Welcome back to Saving Grace. How's your New Year's going? Have you been keeping to your New Year's resolutions? I have been getting my steps in on a treadmill. My New Year's res was to walk more, and I can do it without leaving the house. If your New Year's resolution is to maybe make some more money, get a bit more successful, you're going to love today's sponsor of the pod. Over here at Saving Grace, we love Shopify. And we're here to remind you of how you can revolutionize your business in person or online. From big brands to small boutiques, Shopify helps thousands of businesses to help sell online or in person around the world. No matter what stage you are in your business, you can successfully grow like a true girl boss that you are. From teddy bears to fake tan to eyelashes, whatever your business is. Shopify can even get you selling across social media like Facebook, TikTok, and even Instagram. And thanks to 24/7 help and an extensive business course library, Shopify is ready to support your success every step of the way. Sign up to the £1 per month trial period at shopify.co.uk/grace in all lowercase. Go to shopify.co.uk/grace to take your business to the next level today. Right, so I'm going to give you a hint on who our guest is today. It's the only two things that I would consider a threesome with. Burger and chips. I'm only joking. It is Anna and Mandi. They are not potatoes, they are not wedges, but they are saucy, spicy, and very good for the soul. So today's sponsor is obviously HelloFresh. HelloFresh is an amazing way to maintain wholesome and easy eating habits throughout the days. This week is my favourite, the cheddar cheeseburger. I love a cheeseburger. This one is also amazing if you are feeding your family. It's not too long and it is a family favourite. If you've got fussy eaters, no one is going to complain about a burger. HelloFresh is amazing because there is no commitments and you've got your meals planned. One thing I hate is going into the supermarket and having to decide what on earth I want, what I have to do to put together. HelloFresh comes all in one. And I've also been loving the Cajun barbecue chicken rice bowl. I love a rice bowl. And guess what? I can do it at home and they give me all the ingredients. These are just 2 of 44 recipes that you can get your hands on. HelloFresh also personalises to how many people you've got in your household, so it means there is less food waste. Some weeks it's just me, myself and my cat, and other weeks I've got the whole of my friendship group over, and that's a lot of mouths to feed. I like HelloFresh like I like my men. More taste and a lot less waste. Make sure you head to hellofresh.co.uk/newgrace to get 60% off of your first order and 25% off of your next 2 months. That is hellofresh.co.uk/newgrace. Thank you again to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's podcast. Now on to my phenomenal guests, Anna and Mandi. Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited,
honestly.
I know.
I watch your pod, Sisters in the City. Come on, speak up. And I love it because you guys just talk about the rogue shit, like the rogue shit, and I'm just like, I'm here for it.
It's just completely unfiltered shit in it.
Completely here for it.
We're so similar as well, I feel like. That's why I just feel like I vibe with you because we're so similar. We're so like real, filter free.
Yeah. And you know what pisses me off? You know when you, and I know like we'll say some corkers right on the pods and I'm like, that is a funny story. The comments are like, where'd the classy girls go?
Yeah.
Fuck class girls, they're boring.
Yeah.
I just feel like I finally met someone more funny than me and I'm really depressed about it.
At the end of the day, like obviously
I just don't want to be here. I'm just really upset.
We've been talking before the podcast for like literally an hour.
Whole pod
We've basically done a whole pod before the pod. And then I was just like literally laughing in between these two. Like,
and it's a competition.
Like, that was a good one.
Who's funnier?
Who's funnier? Tennis.
You can't come out with me. You're going to take my limelight now.
Do you know what? Yeah, but you guys have got like such good bodies. I'm going to be like your little like serpent friend in the middle.
No. Our bodies are out of fashion now. The BBL body's out of fashion now.
You guys like, you know when you guys in an R&B room can like whine. I have to two-step wherever I go because if I bent over, they'd be like, "Oh, she's in agony."
Oh, I bet you can twerk.
I promise you.
I bet you can twerk.
You know that thing on TikTok where you bend over a little bit and you shake your like your legs are straight and you're like that and the arse moves.
Don't be fooled, Grace. Just because we got bunda, it doesn't mean we can dance.
Oh, really?
That's why we spend the whole night arguing, like our boyfriends.
Just to fill time.
Because otherwise they have expectations.
You both have boyfriends.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Is this Gingerbeard?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I told you I watched the fucking pod.
My boyfriend's Gingerbeard. Her boyfriend is called Cowslick. They have nicknames because
that's not their actual name. That's their nickname.
This is Mr. Gingerbeard. Love that.
So they're best friends, actually. So yeah,
you're dating best friend.
She always gets with like my boyfriend's best friend. She keeps.
Oh really?
She keeps trying to fuck my boyfriend's best friend.
Well, at least it's not trying to fuck the boyfriend. Like that could be worse.
That would be a real problem.
Yeah, it would be a real
Jerry
problem.
Springer shit.
There are sisters like that, you know.
What?
Yeah.
Some sisters will have like. What do you think on sisters doing threesomes with a guy?
I think it's
incest.
Thank you. I think it's crazy because I'm like,
disgusting.
If I looked at any of my siblings, I'd be like, I never want to see you naked ever.
Isn't that like having a threesome with like your mum or your dad?
Yeah.
Well, I actually know of people that have threesomes with their dad.
What?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They're like a very wealthy family that we know that like has threesomes with their dad.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just normal for them?
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's
nasty.
some freaky shit.
Yeah. Are you guys in like how long have you been with your boyfriends?
So in like a few months, for me, it'll be 3 years.
Men will really grow after the first year because they're like, I'm so lucky to be with her.
Yeah.
And then after a few years, they're like, yeah, she's in for the long run. So
Exactly. They get comfortable.
They get too comfortable.
We talk about this a lot, actually, like relationships, how you get comfortable and like less fire, like passion, fire, less sex.
Yeah.
All these things.
Well, how do you even keep it entertaining? If you've got the same person shagging you, it's got to be after a while like anal.
Yeah, well, I mean, you tried that earlier on as well. Like after the first year, you start doing that.
I'm not dressing up. Like, as if they're like, do a nurse, I wouldn't know. Well, you could do that. Get your actual fucking uniform on. You'd be like, hi, guys.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. This is the awkward thing. Like, at the beginning of the relationship, you do all that dressing up stuff. Like, I remember the first few
excited to
first
be
Christmas with my boyfriend, I did like a little Santa
remember, you were really on it.
Like, red lingerie. This Christmas, I'm in my Christmas pajamas with my hair greasy in a bum.
The way times change, man.
The way
I
times
remember
change.
the last time I dressed up for Gingerbeard, man, poor guy.
Free him.
Honestly, set him free in it for the streets. But I mean, I feel like all of that shit comes with like, if the more you get like treated amazing, the more you want to like treat them.
True.
Don't you think?
Yeah, no, that's true. I'd be like, if you get me a Chanel bag,
there you go.
Best believe Santa's outfit, I'll be an elf.
Yeah, I put little C's on my nipples and shit.
Yeah, they wouldn't want to see me like a 12-year-old boy stood there. What do you want then? You want me in?
You're sexy, shut.
Yeah, I've been told.
You're actually gorgeous. I don't know why like you bring yourself down.
Yeah, you're stunning. I don't want you around Gingerbeard. He might just cheat on me.
Yeah. God bless. The thing is, right, one thing I will say is I know I could do with a lot of work going on. But no, but I'm funny, so it doesn't matter.
Right. No, you've got both. You've got both. You've got looks and personality. Your skin right now is glowing.
Is it?
Like, I'm not even joking. You're underestimating how gorgeous you are.
Every time my boyfriend tries to say like, look, I'm so good looking, look at me, my 6 packs are coming out, whatever. I'm like, you're good looking for a little while. I'm going to be funny forever. You're lucky, you're young, you don't need to think about these things.
No, God forbid.
You don't have to get into a relationship and think, is this going to lead to marriage? Is this wasting time? Like, I feel like when we get to your 30s, it's annoying because these are all the questions that start popping up.
And also, I feel like, I don't know, but do people come up to you and go like, so when are you guys gonna think about kids?
Yes.
Oh, the pressure and like to have kids. My mum is constantly on my case. Like, are you going to give me grandchildren? Especially being Middle Eastern, it's even bigger. Like, everyone's expecting you to get married and have children. Yeah. And it's like, I still want to be partying like in a beach club. I'm not ready for children.
Get me to know, boo.
My dogs are long enough. Like, it's hard enough.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't be asked for kids at all, man.
And that's like, such a big like
at all.
It's such a weird thing for women being in their 30s and not really wanting to be like getting married and having kids. We're more like
you don't have to now.
But then again, at the same time, it's like my
fertility clock.
Yeah, but the clock is ticking.
The clock is ticking.
So it's like such a big.
You can get them taken out. Just freeze them.
That's what I think. I need to do that.
But my mum had me quite old. Like, I think my mum had me in her like late 30s, 40s.
These are the stories I want to hear.
Yeah. No, and she's thriving. She had a great time. Really? And I feel like, because sometimes, obviously, no judgment, but if you have a kid really, really young, there's obviously that argument, well, when they're grown up, you can go back out. But then it's like, well, you've still got a kid though.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
And also, like, why would you want to be like out and about when you're like older, surrounded by youngsters?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like me. Can't even go to the clubs in London anymore because I'm just like a grandma.
By the way, a lot of people may not know Crazy Club, because I remember I went there with guys who were gay. I'm not like, loads of guys. But I went there and they were like, free. How many followers do you have? So I had to show them my Instagram. They let me in. And then to my male friends, they were like, 50 quid cash.
No.
To get in.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this normal?
We actually.
Yeah, that's what clubs are like. They normally let pretty girls in for free. But they're like that with like girls that they think are busted.
Yeah, which is
or
bad.
like
especially Yeah.
But I'm back.
Why?
Anyway.
Here we go.
Because of the girl at the door was
Because
like, we don't want to get into
Yeah,
valid. Yeah.
She just hated us.
Wish her well in hell.
And then we just got into like some beef thing.
Love
and they
that.
just
But
still
then when I came
remember
out of
us.
Love Island, I had a launch party there and I was like,
Yeah. We're like, oh, can't stop us now.
Love Island must feel so long ago.
it actually feels so long ago.
Yeah.
It's weird. But it has been long. It's been 4 years. So
What are you doing? All Stars?
So yeah,
What's the
so
vibe?
She was
basically-
asked to go on it.
yeah.
Oh, of course you were.
So yeah, the producers like did reach out to me a few times. I even actually spoke to them about it because my relationship's so up and down. It's like I was like, you never know what's going to happen because we started talking about this in the summer, and I was like,
oh fucking
yeah.
hell.
So I was like, what if like we do end up breaking up because it was so up and down?
Yeah.
I was like, maybe it could be an option, but then like the more I thought about it, I was just thought. I feel like I've been there, done that. It's in like, I just can't see myself going back on there because firstly, who the hell would I couple up with?
Especially because you know all the people.
I know
too. It's a
them
bit
all.
awkward.
Yeah, I literally know them all and I just don't see any kind of potential.
I just feel like on All Stars, it's going to be like everyone's going to be trying to get with like the most irrelevant person. Do you know what I mean? Like, who's like popping the most on social media and doing the most?
So true.
Everyone's
Like, if you went on there, you'd be bagging every guy.
We can only fucking hope. I'll put Megan Barton Anson in there. Let me in there. Come on.
she's hot.
Yeah,
She's hot.
yeah, it must be nice. Honestly, what a fucking woman that woman is. Would you guys ever go for women?
Oh, I've experimented with women, and it's like
I would love to experiment with it with women, but like
I'd love to.
but like as in like just to be like I've tried it, but like it never happened for me, and then now I'm in a relationship, so I can't.
Well, you said you've never even kissed a girl.
I've never even kissed a girl.
Not even like a friend on a night out drunk.
Never. All my
Anna's
like
a
everyone's
goody two shoes.
no. Like I really want to.
Can you imagine Anna trying it with a bird?
No, I'm too scared to try it.
Yeah, they'd have to try it with you.
And then even if they tried it, she'll be like, "Oh my
No,
god!"
but wait, hold on a minute. Maybe, like at first, when I first would have tried it, they'd have to try it with me. But then after a while, I'd be like, yeah, come here. Like,
You'd intimidate me. Like if you came up to me, I feel like you would. If I got an Uber back with you, I'd be in the room and I'd have to take myself to the bathroom.
You'd be scared,
I'd
innit?
be like, "Come on, Grace.
I'll be like, "Come here, Grace."
Come on." Yeah, I feel like you'd like whack me onto the bed, and I'd be like, "Mandy, please."
Everyone always sees me like this such alpha.
Yeah, I feel like you're like a dominatrix.
What was my first encounter with a bird? I think I like persuaded this girl to come to the toilet.
Not persuaded. Crazy. I'll give you a
The
tenner.
toilets with me. I actually went through a little phase. Do you know what happened yet? I literally got fucked over really bad when I was like 21
God forbid.
by like this like asshole.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then I was like, fuck this, men are assholes. Let me try women. Yeah. And then I just went for it, but then emotionally it just wasn't there. But like physically they were just fit.
Yeah.
So then I kind of went through this phase, and then I had a really bad experience where like I went down on a girl and she was on her periods, and it was like some vampire Halloween shit going on.
Did she not
It was
decide to
dark
tell
babes.
you? Oh no. So you only clocked after maybe when you went.
You know when you just like the iron, the taste of the metal, like, it was really, and then I just became 100. Like I could have had a potential. I could have been a potential to be gay, and like just made me so straight.
That's a wild thing not to really maybe like. Oh, by the way,
I'd be the same. Like I could probably like physically just try with women, but I like with a man I could be more because I'm really like a masculine man. Like the masculine energy to be there. With a woman, I'd be like, oh, she's so soft. Like I don't want to.
I think I'm the other way around. I think I could just go to a woman like, nah, your pussy's crazy.
No.
Really? But with a guy, I'd be like, oh my God, thank you so much for your time. I really
That's
appreciate it.
so interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Do you know what? Once I remember bringing a girl back, and then I woke up in the morning, I was sober, and I looked at her in the bed and I started panicking. And I left and I went to my mum's, and then I was like texted saying, hey, I had a family thing, like basically like.
Oh, you upped and left?
I left her in the house alone.
Yeah.
Because like the emotional side of it freaked me out
house?
so much. Yeah. I left her in my house alone and went to my mum's.
Leave the key under the mat.
And then it's just sort of weird.
Like, what do you do the next in the morning? Like, do you make her breakfast?
Yeah. Like who the fuck pays, yo?
Nah.
Who the fuck
Oh
pays?
my God, it's so true.
No, who pays? Because I ain't paid for shit ever.
No, I didn't even fit. I'd be like, should we split it?
Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it
you
goes.
Is that how it goes? Every time?
Yeah.
That's expensive life.
Yeah, that's why we have to stick to men.
Yeah.
I promise you. Joe and the Juice, I'm not paying for it. £5 for a smoothie.
Even a fucking flat white open.
Get
No, fuck that.
fucked. There's
Flat whites
absolutely no way.
are expensive now. They're like £5.
Yeah,
What about the whole feeling of like being taken out and stuff? Like,
Yeah.
But then who's like in a girl-girl relationship, like who's the one who puts the arm round? Do you know what I mean? Who takes the
gropes
chair
whose
out?
arse?
Who opens the door?
Yeah. I feel weird groping a woman's ass.
Yeah.
I used to work, in Harvey Nichols before I went Love Island, days where I actually had to work.
Yeah.
Anyway, those days.
Unfortunate times.
And like, she was like fully gay though. She wasn't even interested in guys at all. And we were all girls on that counter. She used to give us like the best stories every single day at work. She's like, I go to these like mad sex parties and like, she was like, with a strap on, like it's the best thing ever. You should try it anyway.
We're just not living life, are we?
Clearly, I'm living in a shed and not leaving it. Clearly,
yeah. She was living some mad life.
Listen, I'm not putting on a strap on. Me with my tiny, it wouldn't keep my cheeks, wouldn't keep it up. I'd have to hold it on. There's no fucking way. That's
probably sexy though.
All right. Fucking hell. God, she is a lesbian. When you get home, you're like,
I'm definitely living in a shed.
Yeah. She never put the strap on. Her other half used to put the straps on. Yeah. And then she used to always say it was like the best thing ever. But I just thought strap on is like the same as a dick, isn't it? But maybe not.
But maybe if you're like bisexual, it would be like best of both worlds.
Yeah, the boobies as well.
And it doesn't stink. And it doesn't stink either.
Yeah, well, hopefully they wash it afterwards.
So it won't smell.
Yeah, true. What is like the craziest story you guys have got together that you can tell on a pod?
Well, I don't even know.
We got the craziest story is probably that we got arrested.
That is true. We did.
We got arrested together at the same time for an argument we had with each other.
She snitched. She's a snitch.
No, wait, hold on a minute.
I might have to call the police for back up. I've brought this back up.
You wouldn't believe where we got arrested. In Mayfair, like outside Park Lane, outside the Dorchester Hotel, the most posh place ever.
Yeah. Hands behind my back in my fashion.
Why were you arguing?
Well, actually, it's rooted from like an argument I had with my ex-boyfriend.
I
wanted to go home, and she was going home without me. And I was like, why are you leaving without me? I want to go home.
Yeah. Like, we live together, me, you, and your boyfriend live together. So even if me and her go home,
we're still coming back to the same place. Yeah.
We were really drunk, right?
Yeah.
So she goes, and then I'm with my ex-boyfriend arguing, I want to go home. He won't leave me alone. So I actually called the police myself on him. Right? I called the police on him, right?
I did this as well. I keep calling the police on my boyfriend.
Yeah, so the police comes, then Mandi comes back, she says, give me the house keys. So she comes back in the cab and says, give me the house keys. At this point, I'm like, you're leaving me with him. So we argue, and then the police come.
No.
Yeah.
Well, she pushed me. Okay. She loved to leave that part.
She pushed me.
Oh, no. She pushed me, and then I pushed her back, and then my nail must have caught on her. Was it?
And it was like it was like a tiny part.
Speck of
but you know,
blood.
if you like even get like a vaccine, there's a dot, and you squeeze it.
Yeah.
It was like a dot.
I'd be rinsing that.
I watched it. She was milking it. Like,
so then the police came and they were like, "What's going on?" And they were like, "What's happening to your neck?" And they were like, "Who did that?" I was like, "Her." And then she did it. And then she was like, "Well, she pushed me." And then next thing you know, we both got arrested. The ex-boyfriend was just standing there like,
he got away.
Literally.
Oh
my God.
And we were like, and then once I was in the back of the police van,
Oh my God.
She started realizing what she did, and she was like,
wow.
"That's my sister, let her go."
I was like, I love her. I love her more than anything in the world.
Next thing you know, we're on our way.
We get kept overnight, yeah.
Oh no, sorry, they took you.
We put us in a jail
van. I went in the back of the police car. I had a man in the front, a man next to me. I said this on my podcast, and then I made a clip out of it, and then I had to delete it because my boyfriend got really upset. But basically, I was in the back of this car, and I was like, oh my God, it was like, it's really like a mini drag.
It was like porny, yeah.
I was like, oh my God, what's gonna go on? Anyway, next thing you know, nothing happened. They took me to a fucking cell.
Yeah.
So you both slept in a cell?
Separate cells, obviously. And I was like, what is going on? Like, we're sisters. Like, have you never had an argument or a little scrap with your sibling? Like, we love each other more than anything. Let me go. I called you for my ex. Like, did he?
Yeah, where's he?
They didn't even question.
What cell is he in?
Literally, they didn't even question me about that. Like, literally, nothing. No question.
24 hours.
Even the woman,
fucking cell.
It's giving 24
the police
hours
officer the next day, while she was giving me the like EastEnders, they do the little like interview and the recording and stuff.
They did.
Yeah, they did. And she literally felt stupid doing it. She felt stupid doing it. I was like, have you not had an argument with your siblings before? Like, I love her more than anything. Like, is she okay? I'm asking about her.
Yeah.
Like, and then she was like, they let us
I can't believe this bitch got me arrested.
The next day, walking out.
Yeah, your tape was different. You were like, let me out that bitch.
She was getting blankets, tea.
They loved me.
I was like refused. I was so stubborn. I was like, nope. I had a really bad jail experience. I had a bad jail experience.
Yeah.
You know what? It's lucky that we didn't end up getting like, I don't know, people taking pictures or filming us.
Yeah, it was after Love Island, right? I was just waiting.
Fuck up.
I was waiting for it to come out in the Daily Mail,
And
like
it didn't.
literally. Especially in the back of the police van, I heard the people at the front talking about it.
Yeah, I feel like there's pictures up on the
phone.
internet. She caught them.
The police?
The police. It's like they did it for pants.
We got Anna from Love Island.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was so ridiculous.
So then you get released and what, you just have...
I walk out of the police station with full face of makeup, my hair like this. Yeah, like last night's outfit. I just felt a very low. It was a very low time.
It's a low point.
How the fuck does this happen to us? Like,
Yeah.
how
did you laugh about it? Then,
Yeah, of
straight
course.
afterwards.
Yeah, so much.
Cool.
That's crazy.
We're the closest sisters that literally you will not find sisters like me and Mandi.
Yeah,
we share
like,
everything.
The debrief after must have been incredible, though.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how funny
Is
that
it
was.
just carry on, go back to normal? She's still with her fucking ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Well, she was at that point. She was
That
still with her
point.
ex-boyfriend.
That's wild. I bet he was like,
Yeah.
we've all lost
Anyway,
a bit
that
of
was
respect for you both
crazy.
there.
Having a sister is it's amazing. You get so many benefits. It's such a blessing. At the same time, there's so much drama in it.
Drama because things like dating best friends and stuff like that.
And you guys are so close. You're always
We
together.
shared everything. We shared money up until a year ago.
While Anna was making loads, we shared it.
You didn't have a choice.
Literally up until we moved, we literally shared thongs.
Yeah.
We shared.
That's
People
super.
find that
everything.
weird.
Yeah.
Everyone finds that
Window
weird.
gets washed.
Oh, okay, if it's what I thought you meant, have
No,
this.
that's fucking
Okay, no, that's
sick.
weird. No, but we share money, thongs, everything, except for men,
Except for boyfriends.
And that's a good
and
line
shoes
to-
because she's got really,
That's the right place.
Yeah, that's a great place to stop.
And
yeah.
also
a completely
And
different
shoes.
taste. She likes men that look like me. I like men that look like her.
Ooh,
You always
what's
say
going
this,
on?
and it always sounds really weird. And
I love that you said that you like masculine men as well.
You always say this. That sounds so weird.
No, because she always goes for men with really dark features.
Oh, and you go for ones with light features.
How crazy
Ginger
is
beard,
that?
of
No.
course. Yeah, yeah.
They do say that you are actually drawn.
Well, it's because you love each other.
Yeah, it's like manifesting her in a man.
Yeah.
I mean, she's kissed my cousin, our
Yeah.
cousin.
Have-
So when we went to Iran, and she
Right.
was like, "Well, he's quite fit."
Yeah.
She was
I
like,
he's grown into some nice young man.
She was like, "Let me teach."
And then I was like,
"Let me teach him how to
let me
stop."
teach him a thing or
Obviously,
two.
he's from the village. He's never really kissed anyone in his whole
That is
life.
fucking
So I
incredible.
was like, let me teach you one or two things.
He has like a picture of you on his mantelpiece.
Yeah, yeah,
still.
100%.
He's still, yeah. I'm thinking
You know that
still-
Mandy bird?
Yeah, he's still bashing
Don't know
over
why
me,
he's
innit?
from East London.
Till this
Yeah,
day.
Mandy bird. Love her.
I feel like, yeah.
How do we go on from Love Island to this?
Yeah, we've gone
Incest.
so far. I want to move on to another thing.
Go on.
You guys cracked me up before because I was like, can I ask about the BBLs?
Yeah.
Please tell me your BBL experience because people have died.
People are dying. Me and Anna
People-
almost
people killing, people dying.
Yeah, it's mad because so many people are interested in this. Like we did an episode on this. It was our highest listened episode, and I thought no one
Wow.
would be interested in
It was
this.
called Plastic Surgery Ruined Our Life.
Oh, and that's
That
a
was the
great
title.
clickbait.
That was
yeah.
But it
Hear
actually did in a
Yeah.
way, not ruin our life, but
Yeah.
we wanted to basically make a lot of, especially young girls aware, because they see all these girls on Instagram. They probably even see us on Instagram. They're like, oh my God, they look amazing. I want to
Yeah.
do that. I want to be like that.
Yeah.
But really, they don't see the
You've
story.
got gas right now.
Yeah.
They do, but they
Say
don't
again.
see the
Do they
story.
think
Yeah, they must do. But they
Yeah,
don't see the
100%.
story behind it. They don't see what we went through and we did some of the surgery.
Yeah.
They don't see what we the scars that we left with. So we wanted to just make people aware. We're not anti-plastic surgery.
No.
No,
obviously.
100%. But I'm just a bit obsessed, actually.
It's an addiction.
I feel like it's an addiction.
Yeah, I agree.
I actually really like the feeling of being under anesthetic, which is really bad. I feel like Michael Jackson. No, I'm not joking.
You don't look like him though, so
No,
God
I know.
bless. Do you know what I mean? Until you get to that point,
I don't have enough money to just take
listen,
it that far.
I will sit you down and
Otherwise-
say, you need to stop now.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
there's
I wouldn't
nothing
let you
there.
get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically we just wanted to make girls aware that there
Yeah.
are there's really bad cons as well with plastic surgery.
Yeah.
And you have to be really careful, that, especially now in the press. There's so many stories girls are dying from plastic surgery.
Yeah, crazy.
So I think that you have to make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. You're
Yeah.
doing it because firstly, not for anybody else but yourself. And it's something that's really bothering you. And it's really affecting your life. And it's you
Then
thought
do
about
it.
it long, hard. You've done your research.
Not only that, you fucking get it. I've ended up with irregularities, so unsymmetrical.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't want to see me naked, bitch.
I
Trust me.
do.
One side is Kim K after, one side is Kim K before.
Really?
It's
Giving before and
it's very different. And then also scars. I'm Frankenstein, yo. It's a lot of Frankenstein
There's a lot of
shit.
scars.
So many
Yeah.
scars that
one of the times we went,
Yeah.
the guy really did scar us badly, and
Fucking hell.
yeah, and we have got really bad scars, which makes us
Really
feel
bad.
insecure.
Yeah.
And it's you go to do these things, but you don't know what's going to happen. You really don't know what's going to happen. I know
Yeah.
friends that have gone for. We're lucky to be honest. I know girls that have gone for BBLs and they've come back with loads of dents on their stomach from lipo. You have to be.
my
so
cousin went for
Ooh.
BBL. She nearly lost half an arse cheek. And this,
She had an infection.
She would look like me.
No, she literally ended up in hospital.
What?
Yeah, her her tissue was dying inside of her because like if they inject like the fat into the vein,
Well, that's
how that girl recently she passed away because it basically stopped the oxygen being passed around her body. And then
there's a girl I follow on Instagram, and she got like injections in her ass instead of like a BBL, and she was in hospital for weeks because they couldn't work out what the infection was, and it was and it had spread everywhere.
I feel like nowadays though, I actually think that maybe injections might be safer than actual BBLs.
Well, the BBL process is fucking mental.
Yeah.
Like when I see the healing process, I think fair.
Yeah, I mean, we have a
100%.
story. Like one of the surgeries we went for, the second one in Turkey.
Oh my
Me and
days.
Mandy, like, literally thought we were dying.
Yeah,
really.
Like we literally, I feel like we almost died. We were bleeding excessively in the hotel room in Turkey.
But when I woke up, Anna, I was on a hospital bed covered in blood.
She was like shaking, like no exaggeration. Mandy was like this on the hospital bed.
Yeah. The whole bed was blood.
Oh my God.
And I was vomiting at the same time.
Nah.
And at the same time, I had a cataract. So it's like, it's attached to your like bladder or whatever. And then you basically I couldn't pass urine. I was like pissing in a bucket, vomiting and bleeding for like 3 days.
Yeah,
that's
it was
normal.
really horrible.
And then when we went to the hotel,
we were going to pass out, both of us. We were both like trying to help each other because we both had surgery at the same time.
Thank God you were both there.
We both did surgeries
no, we were
at the same
fucking
time.
used because I'm blind leading the fucking blind.
Yeah, it was really, really scary.
Oh my God.
And my mum had no idea because we lied to her.
Because she would never have let us.
Really?
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was a nightmare. And then that didn't stop us.
We didn't learn. I don't think we learned. Like until now.
Did you guys have another BBL after that?
Yeah. But this time we were like, we're going to someone that
world-renowned.
World-renowned. We did our research. But this is the thing. Even with research, you have to be so careful because online, a lot of like, they do promotions with influencers.
And they can fake reviews.
Have you seen that fucking Netflix show, Bad Surgeon?
Yeah. Crazy.
That is scary.
So yeah, basically the third time we really thought that we did like our research. We thought he was the world-renowned, and that's when we came out with the scars. We didn't have such a bad like recovery, but the scarring was really bad.
You cannot
even now to this day, we speak about this on our episode when it goes in, we go into detail because I'm not going to bore you guys going into detail now, but like even now I have to go back for surgery because I went for my boobs and now like I bottomed out.
Yeah,
So, like,
bottomed out.
my nipples are too high.
That happened
so
to
like,
me.
Oh no.
so I have to go for surgery again in the next few months. I'm just trying to get to my goal weight.
There's a very famous actually saying. It says the more surgery you get, the more surgery you need.
Yeah.
Because you need to keep fixed like now.
So I do, in a way, I
yeah.
want to put people off surgery if I can, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because like, I think if you can not have surgery, don't.
And we were talking as well, trends change. So like when I was at school, it was all about the Kate Moss, skinny girl, no tits, no art, like it was all that. And then it was like Kim K, BBL, curvy girl. Yeah, curvy girl. And now it's going back again to skinny, no BBL girls.
Yeah, literally when Kim K, like suddenly the trends start changing.
Yeah.
She like transformed.
Yeah.
Some fucking Victoria's Secret model. I swear to God. And she's like a billionaire. She can afford to do that.
Yeah.
Bitches like me who had to finesse men for surgery. I can't be doing that.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with the trends.
She's had her BBL like completely redone.
Yes, completely.
Completely.
She looks slim now.
Yeah.
Like, really skinny.
But that's why it's like so important to not follow trends and like
Yeah.
not do it for anyone else.
Yeah.
Not for trends, not for boyfriends, not for friends, no one.
Yeah.
Instagram. If you're doing something, you're doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
Like that's so
Do you know, I
important.
actually rate girls, I rate them so much. I envy them, the ones that didn't do it, didn't jump on trends, didn't like end up fucking around with their body for no reason. Just to like, I don't know, go with the flow of things and like look good on social media. Those girls are the sexiest because they've got the most confidence.
And I feel
girls
like
you, Grace.
Do you know what? I haven't touched a thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I think when I get to 50, the Botox
me
is
too.
gonna, I trust.
I'm happy I haven't done anything on my face yet, apart from like
we
fillers.
get so much we're doing things to our face and we're like, we're not done. Like,
apart from like a bit of lip fillers and like Botox and stuff. But when I'm older, it's all getting like, do you know what I mean?
You never learn.
I know.
What's wrong with you?
But then
Ever learn.
sometimes I feel like, when you see older women and they were so beautiful when they were younger, but they've gone so crazy.
With the lifts.
Because obviously, I guess as soon as you start seeing that you're aging, you panic. So you must like go into whatever. But sometimes they end up looking more mental than if they
ridiculous.
just let themselves age.
I know.
Like,
gracefully.
yeah.
Gracefully.
Age like me looking like a bloke at 57.
It's true, they look stupid. But the thing is, like, I just think there's nothing sexier than confidence. That's the thing. That's the message I wish I could tell my younger self. I obviously wasn't confident.
The Marilyn Monroe effect, have you heard of this?
No.
The Marilyn Monroe effect is, it doesn't matter what you look like, what you're wearing, whatever. If you walk into a room like you look like with the confidence that you look like Marilyn Monroe, you will be attractive because you've got like the confidence.
But that
honestly,
is so true.
I've seen the most plain Jane, like basic looking girls, like they bag the best guys. Like they actually bag the best guys. And then the girls that overdo it with BBLs, boob jobs, like
not even
surgery, nose, this. Them girls, sometimes it just shows insecurity though.
Yeah.
It's not even that. Like there are girls that even haven't had BBLs and they're just so beautiful. They put so much effort in and they're like on Instagram, they've got million followers and I know of them. And like in real life, they're not confident. They're not like, they're very insecure or they don't rate themselves. They don't respect themselves. And around men, they let men walk all over them.
Yeah.
And they don't do well at all.
Yeah.
Whereas the girls that might not be like a million followers and they're just like, they work a normal job. They've not had surgery, but they're confident and they're strong. Like they respect themselves. That's like what we should all be aiming for.
And I feel like there's also a difference between confidence, and I have run into so many girls like this, and just being like a bougie. Like I've had girls walk past me like,
oh my God.
and
like,
treat you like a piece of shit because they think they're the shit. And it's like,
fed up.
That's not confidence. It's like
arrogance.
Yeah, that's it. Arrogance. Yeah.
That I just hate. I hate like
You know
anyone
what
that's
it is?
up.
It's
can't
this
stand
industry
it.
as well. Like the more you're in this industry of like influencers and like whatever, or like even podcasters or whoever.
Yeah.
It's like everyone just thinks they're on a different power status because of like their followers or their listens or this.
I feel like me and Mandi, we've always kind of been like a bit odd one. Like since coming in this industry, we don't really like hang around with many people in the industry. We don't. We're not very like connected. I remember coming out of Love Island and everyone was like, just be friends with all these influencers and all these reality. Like go to these events and fake it because it's. Do you know what they said to me? They were like, it's work. Like make friendships. It's work friendships. I was like, I can't fake
work
it.
pays you. These bitches are paying me.
I can't fake it anyway. It's like really difficult for me to like fake these things. And like, I just think it has to be genuine.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
I feel like, thing is, I'll speak to anyone. I'll make friends with anyone. Like I'll never have any things about that. But I think the difference is when you pretend that you're back with my bestie.
Oh, so this is what happened when I came out of Love Island. Like some girls in my villa, when we came out, like they'd bitch about each other, and the next thing I'd see is they're on
the
Instagram.
stories.
Love you, and I was like, well, that's weird. That's really weird. Like I can't do that. You know?
It's so bizarre, and also it just feels really awkward because you're like, I did just call you a slag.
Yeah, literally.
Last week I called you a slag.
I can't do that, man. I can't. I'm just too real. But do you remember when you came out of Love Island, you were like, in a way, like, I don't know, it was like you were brainwashed. Do you remember?
You had the Love Island brainwash.
She felt like, is that a thing?
Yeah, 100%.
I was like trying to, bitch, wake up, bitch. She was like, for every single person on there was like her best friend.
No, but do you know what?
Because we spent so long together.
I was going to say, the only reason I understand that is now, because usually after every season, I'll get people on from the newest season and talk about it. And the one thing I've realised is they all are so upset when they come out the villa, because when you're in there, you've got to be nice to each other because you're with each other 24/7. And then the groups, and when you come out, there's like groups.
Yeah.
And it all separates. And I feel like it's kind of a hard thing that people don't see, because you all think you're friends, and then you come out and it's all then divided.
Because people come out and they're like, oh my God, look at me, I'm popping, I'm loved, my followers are on fire.
love. Yeah.
It was a very weird experience coming out, because obviously I was there for almost 8 weeks. Like that's a long time, especially for me to be away from Mandi.
Yeah.
Like, we're so close.
Yeah.
And I couldn't speak to her. I couldn't speak to my family. And like we went through this thing together. So I thought that like that's a bond.
Yeah.
And like, to be honest, like, come on, what are the chances though that you put this many people in and you all stay friends? It's very difficult.
It's true.
You're only going to be like friends with a few of them, aren't you?
Yeah,
But like, put me in a fucking villa with anyone, I'll probably end up getting on with them. Like, what are you going to do with your time?
Yeah,
you have to get on with it. Like, what else are you going to do?
But it was really hurtful, like when I came out and like certain people like I considered as my like would say my best friends, and then they just thought like where they're too famous for me or they're too good for me, or
they
they're
turn
too
their
like
nose up.
They turn their nose up. I felt that energy, like they wouldn't support me at my events and stuff like that, which I feel like I really needed the support as well, because when I came out, I was one of those islanders that got a lot of like trolling. I think I did get a lot of bad trolling. I was like, you either love me or you hate me. I'm that kind of person.
Yeah.
I'm not just like an all-loved person. I'm like, you love me or you hate me. Yeah. And I needed the support, like from my friends.
Yeah.
But they didn't give it, some of them didn't give it to me, which hurt a lot. And I don't really speak about it, to be honest. I don't really go into it ever. Because it's just like it's done. It's in the past. You see, people, I think in life, you see people's true colours and you just learn from it and you move on.
I was going to say, I feel like that's the thing of growing up. You know, like with me, before I came into the industry, I thought everyone was my friend.
Yeah.
Everyone was my friend, blah, blah. And also I feel like when you're coming up and you're at, you know, a stage where you're popular.
Everyone is your fucking friend.
Or like, you know, when people are really interested in what you're doing, everyone is your friend.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you start... you know,
not as much
or whatever, because it happens to everyone. You always have a rise and a little bit of a fall.
It's the waves.
Radio silence.
Oh, well, that's so crazy because like coming out of Love Island, everyone wants to be my friend. A year, 2 years down the line, quiet.
Yeah.
Now my podcast is getting bigger.
Yeah, everyone's coming back.
I'm seeing people appear.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, you're suddenly appearing.
Pick and choose.
Yeah, and it's like, I just can't be bothered. I like have the same friends that I had before Love Island. They're my real friends.
Yeah.
I just
always the way.
Yeah.
Friends before when you were not on telly or anything like that will always remain your proper friends.
And now, especially being in my 30s, we are being
older, you're small.
Your circle's really small.
Next thing you know, it's just your dog and cat. And
you're like, I'm alone.
there's literally no one.
Someone here.
But at least you know that like you can go to them for anything and they're there for you. They love you for you.
Yeah.
And you guys are so lucky because you're sisters as well. Like
That's
you're
a
always
problem though.
Oh really?
As well. Because you know why? Because we have each other and we love each other and we like we're with each other all the time. We almost feel like we don't need friends.
Yeah.
Okay, I get
We don't put the effort in enough
so
like
bad.
to socialize.
Yeah.
Because we've got each other. So it's like in a way it's a good and in a way
you've always
bad.
got someone there, I guess.
Yeah,
so it's
then
like
the worst part is when we argue, then I really ain't got no one.
oh yeah.
Really good.
Like,
It's like, Mom. Then it's really
dog,
bad.
like, what's
then I
up?
just hit up a friend and they're like, where the fuck have you been for the last month? I'm like, can I argue my
I didn't even think of that because I guess it's always like having a friend with you anyway.
Luckily, we squash it quickly though.
Yeah,
got
don't let it go. Like we've learned as well. I think like as you get older, I keep saying this, but you learn like ego is just so not a thing.
Stubbornness.
Like forget pride and ego. It's no good. Just put it aside. Just pick up the phone and call.
That's what we do. We just squash it. When we lived together, it was easier because when we lived together,
Just go in the room. Sorry.
Yeah, how can you have beef? Like we're literally both making coffee at the same time.
True.
But since we moved in with our boyfriends, like obviously I said our boyfriends are best friends. So like you moved in with yours and I moved in with mine, and then it's harder when we have an argument.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm like, well, she's not calling me.
Yeah. So I'm not going to call her.
And he's like, just call her. Like,
Yeah,
what the hell's wrong with you?
I
Like,
love that they're mediators.
Literally,
They're
he's
the
like,
mediators.
you're not a weirdos. Like, seriously, stop it.
But now doing a podcast together, it's mad because like we work together, so we can't even not.
Yeah, it's
sort it
so
out.
true.
We have to sort.
You have
We
to.
bicker on the podcast.
Yeah, we've had bickerings on the podcast.
I
And then
love
like
that.
usually they're team Mandi though, because she's the funny one.
Shut up, man! Stop fucking milking it.
True.
Me in the comments, Team Anna.
Thanks.
I'm on your side.
Thanks.
Me DMing you privately, actually. I was on your side.
No, I don't agree. I don't know. I don't know why they're on my side. Maybe just a bitch. I'm joking. I feel like they probably are. They probably are on my side because like.
Well, within every duo, there's always people that prefer one or the other. It's always the way. And you'll have some people, like it's literally split half and half.
It's not really.
weird.
It's like 75%, 25%.
Really?
Well, she's funny. Like, so she brings a lot of laughter and joy into people's lives. Like, and I feel like I'm not.
Do you know what it is?
I've cried on the podcast
You're
so many times, yeah?
very chaotic in a great way.
Really?
You guys are like polar opposites, is what I've noticed here. Like
That's what everyone says.
Yeah, you're
But you know
like.
what? It's not true, yeah?
Oh, really?
I don't know. Like,
We are, in a way. We are, because I'm not like as crazy as you.
because everyone thinks I'm like, you know, I'm like the more loud and fiery and feisty one, and you're like more calm and like quiet. But really, she's the feisty. She's the feisty
Well, you guys
one.
saw on Love Island how feisty I can be.
She's the one that
Make your fucking
2 days.
Oh, yeah.
So it just comes
Incredible.
out,
They didn't
and
even
I'm
show
like,
it.
more soft. Like,
Did they not show the whole thing?
No.
Was it worse?
It was way worse.
Shut
The
up.
producers had to take me into the diary room after, like, you went way too bad. But, like, sorry, he
No.
really, like,
No,
it was
right in
really
front of your face as well.
disrespectful
Yeah,
what
yeah.
he did. Like,
I think like Anna would probably like I probably take more shit than Anna. Anna won't take no shit from like even friends. Like,
but also, I think that's because, like, I grew up, like, being really badly bullied.
Yeah. Did
So,
you?
yeah, really. She didn't. She was always the popular one. Whereas, like, I was always, like, During primary, secondary, I was really badly bullied, and I feel like that's kind of made me very defensive.
Yeah.
So it's like once I got out of that whole bullying thing,
So
it's
after
like
I came to school,
You were ready.
she actually did. She actually got
Did
her
you?
friends.
I came to school.
and then they basically
a
protected
shutdown.
me. Yeah, it's weird because she's younger than me.
Yeah.
But I was like chains.
She had half her hair shaved off.
Like
You had that hairstyle.
half my head shaved off.
I see it all.
I had like
Say
two
no more.
piercings under my collarbone. I had like, honestly, it was like black jeans, black trainers, like
yeah.
sovereign rings, like the little gelled bit of my hair.
Like
Like,
just
just do it
sovereign.
back.
I had one eyebrow.
Did
I was like a proper like a
was so
prefect.
cute.
Good girl.
I had
She
like
corrupted me.
self-made slits in my eyebrow.
so you went down to the school dressed like that?
Yeah. So basically, she like kind of protected me, and then when I went to like college, I was like, I don't ever want to be like made to feel like that again.
Yeah.
Eating my lunch in the toilet kind of vibe. I don't ever want to be made to feel like that ever again. So now, like, I'm always since then been really defensive. Like anyone disrespects me or makes
You're
me
on
feel
it.
little,
Yeah.
like even a little bit, I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa. So maybe I did overreact. But to be honest, I think in the real world, most women, if they had a boyfriend and their
You were
boyfriend
preaching to the choir.
and their boyfriend was hitting on another girl in front of them, they'd react the same.
You
But
would
people,
see me in a cell.
yeah, but people
Yeah.
judge.
People
on
always
TV.
just feel sorry for the person that looks like the victim. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At that point, even if you're in the right and they're in the wrong, because they seem so intimidated and they seem like the victim.
And I think sometimes the edit, what they'll do is they'll put some sad music in the background
Yeah.
when you walk off, and them like,
Yeah, what you did was,
Even though they've done something wrong.
It's like a soldier move. Like, who wants to be the girl that's like, I can't believe he did that. Oh my God, I'm so, like, I feel like we need more women that are like standing up for themselves,
Yeah.
like strong.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
Putting their foot down.
I don't,
Like,
think
don't fuck with me.
I just don't think the UK likes that very much.
No, but in the Love Island bit, it's so true. Like but it's also a good pity card because you know the audience is going to then be like, oh my God, no, get him out.
Yeah.
Vote for her. But I think it's so good to see a girl being like, you're a dick.
I think
You're a
it's
dick.
powerful, no?
Yeah.
Like just to be like, to say what's on your mind. And
I
like,
wish I
stand
had
up for
that.
yourself.
I promise you, I'll never say
What?
no.
You seem like
I'll
the type
never.
that you 100% would.
No,
stick it on someone.
I'm like, that's fine.
What?
You know, I don't like confrontation at all. It makes me, I literally, and you know what else? I can't ever think, if I'm like all riled up, I can't ever think what to say.
You know what? In a
I
way,
know
it's a
what
good
you
thing because I do think, right? Like when you're angry and you like start like going off on one when you're angry, you might say things that firstly you don't mean.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
I do
You should
think,
handle it gracefully.
Well,
You handle it like a roadman.
yeah.
yeah, because you know
Why
what?
are you
I do want
bow-bow?
to do that moving forward. Like when I'm angry, and I actually think I have started to put that in practice a little bit. Yeah, because obviously my relationship and you know what it's like.
Yeah,
so
dynamic.
basically, yeah, like when I'm angry, I kind of like take myself now away from the situation, like and then
Cool down.
and then come. with,
Yeah.
like, strategy.
I take myself
Yeah.
away and then just let it boil up for days, and
And then you go.
explode like a bomb.
Yeah. But
Like,
sometimes I'll
always
get
does that.
angry and then I'll look back and be like, oh my God, it actually wasn't that deep.
Oh man,
Like it wasn't that deep. It was never that deep. And then I'm embarrassed of all the things I said. Like
That's
I've
me.
cussed out his whole family
me.
and whatever. Yeah, like
Well,
I
you
get
guys are so
embarrassed.
alike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many siblings, Grace?
Yeah, they're all older than me. And they don't live here.
Are you close or?
I'm close to my brother, but he lives in New York. So it's like,
I've always wanted a brother.
have you?
I've always wanted to go to New York. What's your brother's name? I'm joking.
Ollie. But I feel like
No, but-
brothers are good because you can beat the shit out of each other. Well, you guys beat the shit out of
And
each
you
other.
could just get like picked at a man's mind.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Yeah, what would you think about this?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what-
that's
yeah.
such a good point from a man's point of view.
Yeah, we don't have any male friends.
Yeah.
Not one.
We don't have any.
Do you know what as well? Like, I feel like it's so good to, when you have people in your friendship group who are like gay or like whether they're man or woman, it's different perspectives that they can give because
Yeah.
they have a different perspective.
Yeah.
I think
And
it's
it's so
definitely
good.
like I wouldn't be allowed to have a guy mate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, my boyfriend would not allow
Well,
it.
the thing is,
which
like,
is fair enough.
I think it's weird if you get, even with a guy, if they suddenly get like a girl best friend while you're in a relationship. Because I'm
Yeah,
like, well, why have you been
that's
talking so
weird.
much to
That's
your best
wild.
friend? Yeah.
But if you meet them and they're like, this is like a family friend, like I've always been friends
Fine.
with her.
Yeah, yeah. If
Then
it's
like,
pre, fine.
But actually, you know,
It's like if I meet them at the same time, like, you know, when you just first start seeing a guy, you don't really give a shit about him.
Yeah.
And you're seeing that,
Yeah.
and you're seeing that female friend at the same time constantly. Then
yeah.
it's like you
Fine.
grow to like her at the same time as him. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
but imagine in the middle of your relationship, oh, there's this new girl that like, you know, we get on really well. We're
Yeah.
going to go to the cinema
That's
together.
not happening.
I would be like,
That's not
I'm
happening.
coming then.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I'm not
Sorry.
but a lot of people have like a thing to say about that. Like,
Yeah.
But I saw Olivia Atwood was talking about this on This Morning, I think,
What did she
or
say?
Loose Women. I don't know. I heard the clip on Instagram, and like a lot of people were like the presenters were looking at her weirdly, but I think everything she said was on point.
What were they looking
She
at?
was like, if my boyfriend just suddenly said I have a girl best mate and like I'm gonna go for dinner with her, excuse me?
100%.
You cannot be friends with the opposite sex, all right? Like, unless they're like,
I think
unless they're
it's
gay.
true. And unless it's...
unless they're
this is my
gay,
opinion.
Yeah,
or it's been purified somehow.
And we say like, it's become halalified.
Yeah.
It's basically like, it's like if someone Anna used to see or like fuck is like a brother to me now.
Fine.
It's like purified.
Like she can be friends with him because she'd never go
And
there.
also, like, if I get into a relationship with someone and he's had a friend before, I can't step in and be like, no. You know what I mean? You have to be
but
like...
you could probably get tight with like your best mate's boyfriend, or you could probably get tight with your boyfriend's
so
best mate.
true. Yeah.
Because they're like a
definitely.
bro. They're like a brother. They're like a bro.
But just
But like a random.
But there are girls that I've spoken to like, oh, he's my best mate. He's a guy. Like we're just friends.
Yeah.
But like if we're drunk in bed together, we might do stuff.
That's not your friend.
Oh, yeah. Drink it. I have to read the room with how do they act when they drink. If they're like, oh my God, like, oh, I love you so much. Remember that time that we blah, blah. I'm like, get off.
Yeah.
Get off. That's really weird. And if they don't make any effort with you.
I feel like if you put it on a plate, would they eat it?
Probably, yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
Then that's not a friend.
Yeah,
Basically,
true.
and that's all men. So basically, all men can't be friends.
I completely agree. Put them all in that box because it's fucking true. It's fucking true.
99% of them
would eat
you
it.
put it on the fucking plate, they eat it. But
Oh, no, do you know what? It is true.
you know what I'm trying to say?
No, it is true. But
like-
if you made a pass at them, they'd probably take it.
exactly. But when it's like purified,
Yeah.
like for example, if you put it on a plate to my boyfriend, or I put it on, it was a weird scenario.
Yeah.
He'd actually probably think like, what
What
a
the fuck?
snake
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are.
yeah.
What a horrible freak. You're a weirdo. Like,
Yeah.
do you know, you're a freak. Like, that's what you'd think. You'd be like, what kind of horrible person are you? You're trying to do your sister in like that. You
Yeah.
run away. And like, even if I'd done it to your ex-boyfriend, he'd feel like freaked out.
Yeah.
Well, like...
It means you're dating good men if they'd have that reaction.
yeah,
right?
they
I
probably
feel
would,
like,
but like any other guy, they'd be on it like that.
oh, especially sisters.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah,
I don't like that. Okay, so you guys are sisters, obviously. I want big sister advice on these situations,
Tell me.
right? So,
Grace.
do you think never have sex in a hot tub or a bath?
Oh, do you know what? I feel like a shower, bath, hot tub, sex is overrated. It's like you think it's going to be
I kind of feel like it hurts a bit in hot tubs and
it's like
baths.
everyone's like, oh, I don't know. I've never had sex in a hot tub or a bath, so I must say I don't know.
Really?
But I think like shower sex is overrated as well because like you think it's like hot and
Yeah.
but really it's like slipping around.
Yeah, you're focusing on not falling.
I
Yeah.
had my fair share of experiences, y'all.
Amen.
All right, first of all, I once had sex in the sea with Gingerbeard.
Yeah.
And
sea?
my vagina was burning on fire. That salt water ain't playing, y'all.
That's
So
horror.
I think I got a flush after.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it was really
100%.
bad BV friend, all sorts. There was probably crabs up in there. And I'm talking about real
Seaweed.
ones, like sea crabs. Anyway, that
no,
was
Andrew,
burning me. Yeah, but we was like, you know, everyone's just like, fuck on the beach. Whatever. Oh, no,
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
But baths. Okay, so you know when it's going, it's very graphic, but you know when it's going inside and outside.
Yeah, water's going in.
And in the shower, it's like it doesn't work unless the guy is shorter than you. Because
Yeah.
how does it work?
And also you're getting your hair wet, all your
And
extensions.
the like you have to turn off the shower, I know, because otherwise
No,
it's like
don't.
Oh, I've never done it with the shower off.
Like, because
you might as well just do it.
But then it's just awkward.
Yeah,
You might
what's
as well
the
go
point
to the
in the
bed.
shower?
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
The shower has to be really
I
big.
feel Anna's like, hold on, let me just turn this
Yeah.
off.
It's actually too much for
The
me.
bed's right there.
Yeah.
It's an ensuite, but she's like,
Well,
we're
we
doing it
always
in the
end
shower.
up going to the bed.
Yeah.
Because it's like the shower is like also wet and like the water was getting in the way.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like, turn it
yeah.
off.
I'm just trying to climb the walls.
Yeah.
I'm trying to climb the walls so it like goes, you know.
I agree.
You know?
It's all overrated.
It's really
Water
overrated.
sports,
It's hazardous.
overrated.
Could
Yeah.
slip and
You
like
let a man is a
and die.
really good squatter, and then he could just.
Yeah, but most men,
Most
no.
of the time, it's just, you know,
just stick to the bed.
Agreed.
Sofa.
sometimes it becomes a fail, and then that gets really
And then
awkward
it's
after
more,
that. It's
yeah,
very
you're like,
awkward
so
after that.
we shouldn't see each other.
Yeah, never again.
Next one. If you can't be good, be careful. Condoms.
I thought you were talking about cheating.
If you can't be good, don't get caught.
Oh my God.
And
if
that's
you
the
can't be
bottom
good, be
line.
careful. I was
Okay,
like,
You're like, yes.
I don't get it. I mean, it really applies to the cheating more than the condoms. I don't know how.
You know what? Let's do the cheating one.
How does it? I don't know how.
We can explore, but
Let's do the cheating one.
The condoms.
The condoms, you should all protect yourself anyway. Everyone should protect themselves.
Always be careful.
Yeah, everything's rife at the moment, especially at uni. Crazy times. Crazy times.
But the cheating
one,
look.
I mean, look at men. They can't be good and they can't be careful. That's why they keep getting caught.
Yes, so why do we catch them every time?
Every time. They can't do both.
Every time.
Right? At least when women do it, they're not good, but they're careful.
Yeah, how would they wouldn't know?
No.
But I do think that, like, I always have this debate with my boyfriend all the time. Like, women, I'm like, men are such cheats. Like, why do they do this? He's like, women do as well. And he's like, women do it even just as much. Do you think that?
No, okay, first of all, I don't think they do it as much because women aren't as like sexually driven and as sexual as men. We want to fucking hours. I want you to like buy me a bouquet of flowers, open a door for me, book Novikov. I want to go
you
know?
Go for like romantic dinner.
Romantic shit. Like that's like, it's a pussy wet. Like I want romance. I want shopping. Anyway, but men, they just like, they want like, horny.
They just want sex.
Just straight up sex.
Men are like a different breed.
I always say like
breed.
Yeah.
We should all be women.
I saw something on TikTok with a woman, like foreplay starts from the morning. Not from like just rubbing my clit.
Yeah.
It starts from when you
from
start
the
in the morning.
Very graphic for you.
The way you like, no, because foreplay isn't that if you've been a dick to me all day and then you suddenly start rubbing my clit, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to
out.
treat me
100%.
nice all day, make me feel special, and then I'm gonna be on it.
From the moment the alarm clock goes off and we just turn around and be like, you are the most beautiful person in the world. I love you. Do you want a coffee, sweetheart?
And then I'll listen.
Then I might suck your dick at the
Yeah, 100%. Well, maybe not me, but okay. You should, when moisturising, everyone should moisturise. Soft bum.
Soft bum.
Everyone loves a soft ass.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
My ass wasn't always soft. Like being Iranian, I was a very hairy girl growing
People
up.
don't talk about that. Do you know what? I had the hairiest arms, and I remember everyone was like, "Oh my god, your arms are so hairy," and I was like, "Does no one have hairy arms?"
Really? I mean, I was hairy everywhere. Like I think me and Mandy's vagina.
We're human.
Would start here.
Yeah, we are very hairy.
Yeah, like, and especially me, because I'm like much paler than Mandy, and I have like black hairs.
Yeah.
It wasn't a look.
We spent all our student loans on laser hair removal.
Really?
I owe the government for our dolphin skin.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Now,
Thank you, government.
Now,
now I can say it.
Has always said I'm like a dolphin.
Yeah.
Really?
Call me dolphin.
I just shave and it'll come back an hour later.
Yeah, you need to get that laser, babe.
I do. Yeah. Drop me the link.
Yeah.
Drop me the link. Hashtag gifted.
Especially if you want to have people licking your pussy, then you definitely
I can't be doing like
it's like a tongue scrub.
Yeah, like Velcro.
Yes, exactly.
But it's like a tongue scraper.
But you know, now I'm in a relationship, yeah. But ain't moisturising that as much as I used to. You know what I mean? Like,
really?
Sometimes, but I hoping they don't notice. I'm gonna get in the bed all grey and happy and shit. Like, and then he'll be like trying to touch me. Like, don't touch me because I'm not in the mood. Really, it's because I'm just rough as fuck.
Yeah, it's like an exfoliator for him.
Basically.
I don't even remember her question.
I don't want to feel my dinosaur feet under the
not
bed.
the dinosaur feet. Put socks on. Someone said if he makes you cry at least once a week, you should throw him away.
Oh my god, that's my life. Who said this? Who knows about me?
Yeah. Been a fly on the wall.
Definitely for our boyfriends away.
But then again, I've been crying a lot sometimes. I've been crying easily.
I cry at advert. I will cry at advert.
All the time.
Yeah, so that doesn't apply to
Yeah,
I just can't stop
true.
crying.
I go
Very
cry
true.
now. Like,
I'm
I
like,
literally
you
will
didn't
cry.
say good morning.
Why?
So,
No,
it's
I would
hard.
literally cry about that. Yeah?
No, I do.
If you woke up and you didn't even acknowledge me, I'd cry.
Oh my god, that's
100%.
all the time.
100%.
Yeah. So we'd have to throw anyone
Did you been
away.
watching this like, babe? What the
Our
fuck?
boyfriends don't watch our podcast.
Yeah,
If
they
they watched
don't.
it, they'd probably dump us.
Yeah.
Fair. And they should stay away.
They should stay away.
Stay right
Sometimes
away.
when his family members are like, I might start watching a podcast. I'm like,
No. What about the saying, it's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission?
Oh.
No, I don't agree.
I feel like I'm always asking for forgiveness because I'm always doing something wrong.
Yeah. But I think the asking for forgiveness, what they don't forgive you.
True, and then you've just
Yeah.
fucked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least permission.
so true.
It's like a little safety net.
And at least you've asked.
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about, man. Like, honestly, we're trying our hardest.
Well, no, we are
We
fucking trying our hardest, but you guys are cuffed up and I'm not. So, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not-
single, living your
lucky
best
one.
life. You're literally living your
best
best
fucking
life.
life.
Enjoy it because you don't know when you're next going to get in a relationship.
Yeah,
So
you don't know when
true.
you're last.
So
You
true.
don't know when you're last.
I promise
kiss.
you, in like 4 years, then I'll get in a relationship again.
You just don't know though.
You
don't
never know when your
That's
last
why.
kiss or your last spank is going to actually be your last
Bang.
your only one.
So-
You need to keep that in mind.
Like when I banged Gingerbeard and I kissed Mimby, I didn't know he was going to be the last.
Oh my God, it's so true.
I didn't know. We didn't know it was going to be the last
No,
one.
it was just a
That's
fun thing.
a horrible thought.
Yeah, so just literally enjoy every minute, second.
Shag like it's my last.
Yes.
And I will.
Yeah. When?
See what
About
Ocean Beach.
10 years,
Oh
you
yeah.
have.
Yeah, all right.
I want to come to Ocean Beach with you, man.
Yeah, say no more.
Just live through you.
Live through me and I'll tell you all about my life.
Tell us all about your life because we have nothing to talk
But I
about.
still haven't had sex. You'll be like, gotta go.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with you.
I don't
You're
know
the
what's going on
worst
with me.
single person ever.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
wow.
Do you know what it is? Sex makes me cringe.
What do you mean?
I get really bad cringe
You like,
after
have the urge
sex.
to crack jokes in the middle of it.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that was good. Or like after, I want to be like, yeah, good job that. You did a great job. Do you know what I mean?
Sometimes I feel like the more funny I am, like on my podcast, the less I'm seen in like a sexual way.
Thank you.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. If you'd like to see my DMs, dry. Promise you. Or it's like 16-year-olds that are like, give me a chart. And I'm like, jail.
Yeah, because like
Jail
when
exists.
you're always like taking the piss out yourself, when you're always like cracking jokes,
Yeah.
bantering, it's like the women that are like really sexy, like they're mysterious.
Nah.
And they're, like,
and do you know what the worst
serious.
thing is? When guys, they're like, oh, you're one of the guys.
Oh, I
You're one of the guys. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's what I get.
And I'm like, I am, but fuck you.
Yes,
Fuck
that's what
you.
I always get.
At least fancy me maybe a little bit because I'm funny.
Yeah.
Not that because I'm one of the guys.
You guys are like comedians.
Yeah.
Us like Jimmy Carr, like, yeah, I know, we're selling out arenas.
I'm like, yeah, I'll probably get cancelled if I stand up.
First, it's like the Ricky Gervais thing
Yeah,
straight
but
away.
Look at him.
Yeah, look at it. We still making money
still
though,
making
so he gives a
dough.
fuck. He gives a fuck. Be
he's
cancelled and make money.
uncancelable.
Yeah, I don't think
I
you
mean,
can
like,
get
every day I'm
cancelled.
like, if Ricky Gervais is still going, I can.
If you don't give a fuck and never address it,
No one does.
you can't, like, what they're going to do?
That's true.
Everybody
They'll
loves
get
a
bored
bit
of it.
Controversy.
Not on this pod, though. I've got bills to pay, Mandy. I've got bills to
Not on
pay.
this
Not
one.
on this fucking pod. Do it on your own. And I'll come on. Anyway, girls, it's been amazing. I've had a great
We
time.
spoke for like an hour before and an hour now.
We've done. I'm just going to have to sit in silence on the way home.
My
Just-
mouth hurts.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, it's been so joyous.
I've had an
It's been
amazing
so fun.
time.
It's our first time ever
On someone's
coming on.
podcast.
Is it?
Ever.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
was shitting myself.
Thank you. You
before.
shouldn't have been.
Honestly, I was fucking shitting myself.
Prosecco helped, I have to say.
Yeah, it has helped a
It
lot.
really did, bro.
Anyway, it's been the best.
Yeah, thank you for having
coming
us.
on anytime. If you guys have been watching, give it a like and subscribe. And if you've been listening, give it a follow and a 5-star review. Say bye, guys.
Bye.